Hello there friends, CSGO Live here. In today's video, HLTV's new rating system, FlameZ denied rumors about Mezii leaving, ESL tried to ban one of the biggest Eastern European YouTubers, and a recap of IEM Rio Finals, plus tons of other exciting news from the world of CS2. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. And I think we shall kick off today's video with the updates on one of the major stories of the last episode, and maybe of the last month, the ongoing scandal involving Bleed and the financial manipulations of their CEO. If you have no idea what's this about, just watch the previous episode. So anyways, according to the editor-in-chief of Dust2.us, the CEO of Bleed reportedly purchased around 13 fake articles about himself from questionable journalists before founding the org. The main issue here is that the articles were even published by well-known outlets like Forbes, for example, and they basically praised him and called him an expert in tech and cybersecurity. The fraudulent nature of the articles was exposed through the use of identical photos and text snippets, revealing that the content had been coordinated with the Bleed's CEO and his accomplices. So it seems like this dude just bought some PR and then tricked everyone. Anyways, the final resolution is expected on October 21st, when the court hearing for this case will take place. I just hope this guy will get his justice. Speaking of huge media outlets, let's talk about another fan favorite, HLTV. At least these guys you can trust. Well, recently they published an article with the following gem of a headline, quoting JL. "We're fatigued, maybe we're getting a bit tired of each other." Well, you see guys, JL did really say that in a recent interview, but when he saw it plastered across the headline, he got very upset, accusing HLTV of, wait for it, clickbaiting. Well, and yeah, my friends, I guess it was a clickbait, you can trust me. And in response, Striker, the editor-in-chief of HLTV, calmly noted that they could have chosen from plenty of other headlines with the same meaning, but settled on this one. And according to him, it was the mildest version. Striker also reminded everyone that HLTV isn't Navi's personal PR team and doesn't have to paint the team's atmosphere in rainbows and sunshine. According to him, this is just normal behavior in both sports and esports. However, Thorin, your favorite analyst and journalist from the CS scene, stepped in to settle the discussion, saying that basically everyone just misunderstood the situation and that JL wasn't actually upset. Thorin's take might be off though, after all, there's no such thing as bad publicity. But it seems like Thorin might have gotten something mixed up here. And more on the topic of journalists and media personalities, we can't overlook one sensitive issue. Recently, one of the most popular content creators from the CIS and Eastern Europe, Rise, received multiple strikes on his YouTube channel, specifically from ESL and Blast for using certain footage. This put years of hard work, spanning over 8 years, at risk of being lost. Fortunately, thanks to the support of several major bloggers from different fields, along with our Twitter account shedding light onto the issue, we were able to influence ESL and Blast's decisions, leading to the strikes being revoked. We are extremely grateful to everyone who participated in this movement on Twitter, and Rise's channel will continue to release content. And yeah, speaking of our Twitter, don't forget to follow it. The link is in the description. But overall, this whole situation with tournament operators trying to destroy YouTubers? Well, I don't know guys, kinda not cool. And also share your thoughts about this situation in the comments below. Next, let's get back to HLTV because they surprised us all with their innovations. This time they've introduced a new ranking system dubbed 2.1 instead of, 2.0. Now assists, including flashbang assist, contribute more to players' rating. On the flip side, saving in a round gives fewer points, so James' stats might take a noticeable hit. Additionally, the rating system will now equally consider the importance of all sub-ratings, as with the release of CS2, stats like survivability, KAST, and the impact have become much more crucial. Also, the average rating for a tournament is now standardized back to 1.0. As an example, they presented the ratings of several players, including James, where it was evident that his rating dropped by 0.11 points, most likely due to his tendency to save frequently. However, not all players were negatively impacted by this update. Stars like Mezii, Zaivu, and Dong saw their ratings increase. Many were quick to ask whether this new system would affect the top 20 players of the the year, and Striker, again the editor-in-chief of HLTV, addressed this question. He reassured everyone that the HLTV team is aware of the rating inflation caused by the 2.1 system, and that they believe it won't affect their final choices for the year, which is undoubtedly good news. By the way, you can drop your guesses already in the comments below, because it's like mid-October. Also, there was some confusion around the statement that the average rating for a tournament is now back to 1.0. Nomad, HLTV's CEO, clarified this by explaining that previously a player's rating per map, match or tournament could never be exactly 1.0. But with the new system, this has become possible. Guys, what do you think about the new ranking system? Will it be more beneficial or accurate, or will pro players and analysts need a long time to adapt to it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Anyways, that was for the players, and now let's talk about the team rankings. I promise you, this will be our last HLTV part of the day, before everyone starts feeling that we're their personal PR team. So yeah, let's talk about the recent team rankings update. The biggest risers were Furia and Heroic, both by 5 positions. On the downside though, Soul was hit the hardest, dropping 5 places. There were also changes in the top 5, with Spirit and Mouse swapping places, and now the Dragons sitting comfortably in the 5th place. Okay, now let's dive into some potential roster changes. Recently, FlameZ shared his thoughts on the rumors surrounding his teammate Mezii, and, you know, the possibility of him being kicked from the team. According to FlameZ, these are most likely just fan speculations, and Mezii isn't going anywhere. He emphasized that Mezii does an excellent job as an anchor in defense, which is crucial. It's not just about his individual performance, but the impact he brings to the team. For proof, just look at some of the pistol rounds from Vitality matches where Mezii completely dominated everyone else. Just like, you know, the recent match against Mouse, where he aced one pistol round and scored 4 kills in another. However, the statement that all roles are important and that he's doing his job well doesn't exactly inspire confidence that Mezii will remain in the roster. It basically reminds me of similar comments made about Inters during his time with Gambit and Cloud9 in the good old CSGO days. And yeah, eventually he was replaced. And yeah, I have to remind you that on top of that, Jax will be temporarily standing in for Mezii during one of the Blast tournaments, and who knows, maybe Vitality will enjoy playing with the Frenchman. And now, my dear friends, let's dive into the most important part of the episode, the IEM Rio Finals, which saw a showdown between Mouse and Na'Vi. But well, first, let's take a look at some stats. Mouse, with their current roster, has never lost a best of 5. Meanwhile, Alexibi is still haunted by another curse, this time the IEM curse. Up until this point, the Finn has lost every IEM final he's participated in. But, well, let's not dwell on the stats too much and get right into the match. It all kicked off on Inferno, Mouse's pick. The first map was incredibly close, full of momentum swings. Mouse started strong, taking the first 2 rounds, but then IEM stepped up for Na'Vi with a lone FAMAS to save their eco round, which led to Na'Vi securing a streak of 3. In the final round of the streak, Wonderful shone with 4 kills, though if you count his team kill, he actually got an ace. After that, the momentum shifted back to Mouse. They consistently won 2 rounds at a time, with Na'Vi only able to respond with singles, which brought the score to 7-5 in favor of Mouse by the end of the first half. Na'Vi came back strong by winning the pistol round in the second half, but Torji answered with a quadro kill from FAMAS on a force buy. However, this didn't help Mouse much, as Na'Vi proceeded to win nearly 6 rounds in a row, reaching the map point. Imp had managed to keep Mouse in the game by winning a 1v1 clutch, delaying the inevitable, but Na'Vi ultimately closed out the first map, 13-11. Interestingly, this was the first time Mouse had lost the opening map in a best of 5. Previously, they always swept their opponents 3-0. Next was Dust 2, Na'Vi's pick. However, this didn't bring much joy to Na'Vi fans, as the last time they faced Mouse on this map was the Esports World Cup, where Na'Vi lost 1-13. And you know what? It seemed like Na'Vi decided to turn that result around, because this time they dominated with the 13-2 win. It was super easy. Guys, I honestly don't even know how to comment on this. Total domination across the board. The only real highlight worth mentioning was JL's 1 HP clutch on the first pistol round. Other than that, it wasn't even close. Next up was Mirage, one of Navi's strongest maps. What's interesting here is that Mouse was the first team to actually pick this map against Navi. And you know what? It quickly became clear why they made that decision. Navi only managed to put together a streak of rounds when the score was already 6-1. Even that wasn't enough though to turn things around. After the side switch, Torzi once again took matters in his own hands, delivering a crazy ace in the pistol round, an unreal performance from Mouse's sniper. This solidified Mouse's dominance on the third map, ultimately leading to a 2-1 scoreline. It smelled like a comeback. The next map was Ancient, Navi's pick. This time the stats weren't in Mouse's favor as Navi played this map far more frequently. It was exciting to see if Mouse had any special strategies prepared. The game kicked off with a solid pistol round from Yimhat. However, the first signs of trouble for Mouse came in the third round when JL almost pulled off a 1v4. I mean, that wallbang, someone needs to check him for cheats immediately. This is some pure VAC content. And you know what, guys? It seemed that Mouse decided to go all out. They won the first half 10-2. Would really Alexi B be denied an IEM trophy? The Finnish captain wasn't ready to lose though. He did everything to stage a comeback. Navi started taking round after round. And when the score hit 7-11, Alexi B knew. He knew Mouse would lose.
Really? Guys, they really fucking lost this game. You understand? Guys, I want to do...
Navi kept winning, even pulling off an impossible 4v4 retake where Mouse had all their key positions. Navi took the risk and won the round, leveling the score. And then they secured the win. I'm sure Mouse players will remember this map for a long time, how they celebrated in the beginning and what happened to them by the end. I remind you that Navi came back from 2-10.
Hunkers down, but Emma now realizes where he is. And the defuse tapped, Torzi doesn't peek, doesn't buy it, doesn't go, shots come in, but Emma is the final kill! Navi come back all the way! What a way to...
And IEM was awarded the MVP by HLTV. He became the first Romanian to serve such an honor, while JL was named the MVP by ESL. Alexi B broke yet another curse. Moreover, he shared after the game that he was grieving a loss of a close person and tried his best to fight the emotions. I mean, guys, Alexi B, simply a legend. And yeah, Mouse almost lost all hope of securing the Intel Grand Slam this year. The most interesting part? This Navi roster has already won as many LAN titles as the 2021 Golden Navi lineup with Simple, Boomich, Perfecto, Electronic and Bit. It looks like we might be entering Navi's second era. All that's left now is to win another major, at least that's what Thorin believes. And honestly, I can't agree more. If you guys think that Navi could really win a major in Shanghai, please drop your thoughts in the comments below. And to wrap things up, there's some disappointing news from ESL. They announced that there won't be any IEM Rio next year, which is honestly kinda upsetting as the tournament was truly vibrant and energetic. However, this decision may be linked to an even bigger event. The head of esports in Rio de Janeiro stated that they are planning to host another CS2 major before 2027. Currently, they are in talks with various tournament organizers to make this a reality. But guys, honestly, someone has to tell him that he's not gonna talk to tournament organizers, but to Valve to get a major, right? Anyways, let's not forget that back in 2022, Rio hosted a major where outsiders, now known as Virtus.pro, claimed a victory against Heroic. I mean, really? 2 years ago? It feels like whole another era. It's also worth mentioning that after IEM Rio, there's a brief break from Tier 1 CS, which could benefit top teams. Meanwhile, guys, other teams will dive right into the qualifiers of IEM Katowice. And yeah, we will see Simple back in action for Falcons. So I guess I'm kinda excited to watch this. And that's all for today, my friends. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, as always, leave a comment with whatever you like. I'm not saying goodbye for a long time, guys. See you soon.